Good morning everyone. It's pretty early, I think it's maybe 7, and we're off to the market here in Nembrala. It's pretty remote. There's quite a few people living here, but there is no fresh fruit and veggie sort of stands and shops normally. So every Tuesday morning it goes from early morning till about lunchtime or something, maybe only 10 o'clock. But basically the locals here told us if you don't get there really early, then there's just rotten potatoes left.
They didn't say rotten potatoes. No.
I think they might have.
Just say then you're gonna have no choice.
Okay, just rotten potatoes. Anyway, maybe some anchovies. Probably got lots of anchovies because no one wants to buy them. Anyway, so we're walking up there. It's about about 1 kilometre up the road apparently. But we're nearly out. We haven't shopped since Kupang a couple of weeks ago now, and go get some of that. And then today as well we're going to fix the dinghy. I don't know how windy it is. I hope you can hear us in this one. I'm only filming on the GoPro, but yeah, the dinghy needed a bit of love and care. It's been leaking and water coming in and all that, so we took it down to Bruce's boatyard. That's the official name I've given it. I'm not really sure if that's the real name, but it is. Oh look, here's a well. Whoa, it's pretty deep. Yeah, it always surprised me how close to the ocean they can put wells here and not get salty water. Good morning. They do give a shit.
Yeah, because they're not a motorbike.
It's pretty funny here. The goats are like the kings. They just sit in the middle of the road and motorcyclists have to go around them. You can beep and yell and scream and they'll just sit there and look at you like, nah. Like literally, meh. But if we get close to them with a camera, they actually move. So yeah, that's their kryptonite. This is the market now, I guess. Lots of cars and trucks everywhere. Yeah, and they've all got their fruit and veg sorted out and on their blankets on the floor. It's a proper market. Let's go. Pagi. Where's Wally?
It's Charlie. Huh?
They have here sections for everything, fruit and veg, and then tobacco and nuts and stuff, and then like bathroom stuff, and then plastic china crap. This is the bags. Because there's no shops around here, that's all comes in one day a week to a market, and then everyone comes and does their stuff. Now, how'd that go?
No, good. It's a small market, but there are really a lot of choice. I saw some fruits and veg that I don't really see often here. And yeah, everyone was friendly, and they have everything. You can see it's really the place in the village. They are buying all, like even the bathroom stuff, the games for the kids, like everything. It's really nice little market.
It's actually my style of shopping. It's pretty awesome. You get all your stuff done and then you have a whole week of not having to do any shopping. It's the perfect life.
Vernon is not letting me doing even the once a week normal shopping.
Come on, we've been there an hour now.
You rushed me.
Yeah. What she still hasn't realized after 2 years is that we're on a race boat. Every item that's not necessary is slowing us down.
I don't think.
Exactly.
If you want, I stay on the boat.
Pagi, apa ini? Chocolate. Chocolate.
Oh, ini saja.
Yeah.
How much?
2. Me, you, forever, please.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Okay. Terima kasih.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Don't find excuse to stop the talking. Look at, he wants to buy things. When it's sweet stuff, it's always okay. But if I want to buy something else than sweet things, it's not okay.
Because when these are eaten, the boat still goes the same speed.
No.
When you buy things, no, my stomach is getting smaller. When you buy things, the boat goes slower because they just get stored on board for maybe wearing in 2,960. There you go, try this. It's like a Milo juice.
Yeah, like a Milo pancake.
Yeah. Let's go this way, we can probably get straight to the beach.
Maybe, yeah.
Alright, well that was the shopping for another week. We're going to go back to the boat, throw half of the stuff in the fridge, put the rest wherever it needs to be, and then go up and fix the dinghy. Never had red bananas before. Bit of a novelty. I don't know if they'll taste good, but they were only slightly more expensive than yellow ones, so we'll see if the price is worth it. Pretty awesome though. Red banana toast. Want to try?
That's super good.
Just tastes like normal bananas.
Normal, but super good.
Yeah, super good, but like not like, I don't know, a different fruit as such, but yeah, really good. Bagus. Bye bye, Shishi. It's not Shishi, Shahalian,
It's Shishi.
written right there. Dark and stormy today, look at this. Right, we've just come ashore here, and this is Bruce's boatyard, I guess you'd call it. I don't know if it's got a real name, but yeah, if you look around here, there's boats everywhere. He builds them and fixes them, and it's this cool little community of sailing things. But we're going to actually make a full video about the little trimaran outrigger sailing canoes. He builds them here, and there's been a bunch of locals that have bought them, and they're all like cruising around trying to make them faster, and every now and again they have a race. I think there's 14 or 15 of them now. They race around the lagoon, and it's a big event. And there's one of those coming up in about 2-3 weeks time. So we're going to film all that and show you about all this whole little sailing community down here. But that's another video. Right now we're going to pull the dinghy up and get it dried out, and then start working on the problems where it's leaking, the handles, all that sort of stuff. So drag it up. The dinghy tried to leave.
Yeah? You want to escape?
We timed it pretty good here with the high tide, so we don't have to pull it far up the beach. But at low tide, especially now on new moon, this lagoon is completely dry. And I think by 2 o'clock we won't be able to get out anymore. So we have to see if we're going to leave the boat here tonight and come back tomorrow, but then we don't know how to get back out to Schiehallion tonight, but we'll figure that out. I don't want to glue all this stuff and then put it back in the water before the glue's set. We'll figure it out.
Look at this one. So beautiful.
What have you found?
It's Urchin shell.
Pretty awesome colours. It goes with your shirt, huh?
Oh yeah? This.
Make a little pendant.
I think it's a bit fragile.
It's quite beautiful.
I never saw some with the big dots like this. What is your technique?
Yeah.
You can see. It's good.
Okay, here we go. This is where the water's coming in. This is the flap all around that joins the aluminium to the pontoons. And the pontoons aren't leaking. I haven't pumped them for 5 months now. But it's just this has come away. And I actually tried to glue it with epoxy a little while ago, and it looked like it held, but then a week later it came off. So when I was in Kupang last week, I got some silicone, well, Sikaflex. It's not the perfect Sikaflex. I know there's a better one, but you can't get it here. So I'm gonna give it a try. It's got to be something that bonds PVC and aluminium. But it should be alright. It's the only place that's broken, so it has to be there. The water's coming in. We've got to let it dry out now for a couple of hours, I guess, before we can glue it. Got to get all the old glue off and paint and whatever stuff's in there, and at the same time rough it up a little bit so the glue can bond well. It's pretty easy. Alright, well, as you can see, it's raining. This is actually the first rain we've felt in 5 months. And of course it would be that day when I'm trying to fix the dinghy and need everything to be dry and dry and dry. Murphy's Law, I think Murphy mentioned something about raining and fixing dinghies. Sort of coming towards the end of the trade wind season though, so I guess this is a thing to come. But look out here in the lagoon. It's getting stormy. Woo! Actually pretty good.
I didn't choose the better piece, I think.
What are you making?
I don't know, I found this piece of shells. They are super shiny and there are some yellow triangle and grey ones. Quite like the pattern. And they're super shiny, so I don't know, maybe I'm gonna do beads or...
You make some new earrings like these ones.
Maybe.
Right, so I've cleaned this whole thing up. We've been through a few rainstorms and I've let it dry out, and a bit the problem here is the humidity, you know, like glue doesn't really bond very well when things are humid, but we can't do much about it. Ideally we'd have a heat gun and would heat it all up and get rid of humidity, but we don't have any of that. So I've cleaned everything, shined it all up. I think the bond to the aluminium is the hard part. The PVC sticks well with glue, but the aluminium is hard. So I'm going to rub it all now with acetone to clean it, but also the acetone evaporates really quickly and it should take a lot of moisture out of it as well right then. So I'm just going to do this real quick and then just bang in the Sikaflex. So using this stuff, probably not the right stuff for the job, but we can't really find anything else here. Okay, this is Bruce. He's the local boat builder and all-around good guy that's helping us out. But you'll see more of him in the video about the trimarans. But he's an amazing guy. One of these epic humans you meet along the way when you're sailing. Good.
Now whack your piece of tape on that full length then.
Just overlap it on the PVC?
Yeah, just onto the rubber a little bit, but mainly it's stop the glue sticking the wood down, right? Beautiful. Now put the wood on it and all the weight, away you go. Oh, big motherfucker.
There's no way to put clamps or anything on this, so we're just trying to put some weight on it for a few hours to hold it down. That one's looking alright. Well, because we're going to wait for the silicone to dry overnight, Bruce has been nice enough to let us use his outrigger of canoe over here to get back to Schiehallion tonight, and we'll bring it back in the morning. He's so nice, I didn't even ask. He just saw the problems that we were facing and came up with a solution. Gotta love that. I'm gonna wade out now and grab it before we've got to get out of here before the water empties out of the lagoon. So I'll go out and grab it and we'll load her up. Great. Well, we didn't make it back to Bruce's. His place is over there past those boats. We're about 400 meters away and we ran out of fuel. he just borrowed us the boat yesterday, and I didn't check the fuel tin when I left. I just assumed it had enough in it. We were flying along and we stopped, so we're throwing the anchor out now because the wind's blowing us out over the reef, and we don't want to get out there because there's pretty big waves out there. So yeah, we've got the anchor out and we're sort of just assessing the situation. Either I'm going to have to swim to shore and walk up the beach and get some fuel and swim back, or I can feel a little bit of fuel left in the can here. I'm going to see if I can get the carburetor full, and then it will be enough to motor just to the beach so I wouldn't have to swim, and then we can like be more safe.
We made it. That was quite stressful, especially for me, and of course we had arguments about my reactivity in panic situation, but yeah, luckily Vernon used the rest of the little bit of gasoline inside, and it was enough to go to the beach. So now we are safe and we are able to go on land, taking more petrol, put it back, and no worries.
Okay, we're back at the boatyard. Not raining today, so I'm going to take all these rocks and the wood off and see if this silicone is, I don't know, hardened properly and see if it works. We put the tape on so that the wood wouldn't stick to the leftover. I mean, it seems I can't get my fingernails under it. The difference with this and the epoxy I tried to use is that this will stay flexible, because I think the aluminium and the rubber, you know, with the different heats and temperatures and the water and the sun, they probably expand and contract at different rates. So the epoxy is a solid glue, and so it would have just probably cracked or pulled off, whereas I hope the Sikaflex will just give it that flexibility. Seems pretty solid. We'll give it a try. Right guys, that's the end of another video. Hope you enjoyed that one. Do you reckon they will?
Yeah, it's a quite funny one.
Yeah, not so much action, but a little, you know, just more a look into our lives, what we do every day. Well, no, only actually once a week, market.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully we don't fix the dinghy. So yeah, trash what I just said. It's not what we do every day. The dinghy is back over there. She's all good to go. So I'm going to mount the motor and we'll get going down the beach before the lagoon empties. Yeah, want to thank the patrons. Again, like every week, but just as much, really appreciate the help you guys are giving, and yeah, the support and cool messages and emails and things like that. And just want to say to any people out there that want to support this, you know, this show, this video, if you really enjoy watching what we're doing and how we're living our lives and inspired a little bit, then you can head over to the link. It's down in the descriptions, and you know, there's a few different options there. It's you know, from as little as $2 to upwards per video, and we'd appreciate that very much. Any help you can give is, you know, much appreciated. Even just subscribing and pushing the notifications, that really helps us, you know. I think more than half of the viewers are unsubscribed to this channel, and it does really help because YouTube, it's just, you know, there's not a person there pushing buttons and sharing videos. It's an algorithm. So the more subscribers and the more interest you guys are showing, likes and all that sort of thing, comments, that really helps us more than anything, to be honest. So yeah, what do you got to say?
But even like if you have friends who can appreciate this video, it's good to share it and spread the video. It's super good to have new viewers every time.
Yep, sharing is definitely caring. See you next week. We'll still be here in Rote. Don't know what we're showing you yet, but it will be fresh off the press because we're pretty much live. See you guys.